Do we have I'll be the boyfriend in your wet dreams tonight. Noses on a rail, little virgin wears the white. You cut your hair, but you used to live a blinded life. Wish I was there, wish we'd grown up on the same advice. And our time was right.
I wish we grew up on the same advice. What a deep line, Frank Ocean.
Dude, I hope Frank's doing okay.
I was going to say, how do you think he's doing?
I'm sure he's just doing
What do you
okay.
think he does on Wednesdays?
Probably think about his brother.
His brother's dead.
Yeah.
I think that's like the 9th time that Frank Ocean dead brother has been brought up on this podcast.
It's like your little brother dies in a car
Correct.
that you buy him.
Oh, really?
Presumably. It was a Tesla, but his friend was driving, unfortunately. It's unfortunate when your life is taken because of the recklessness of someone else.
You know, sometimes you just got to die in a car. You know, him and Ray Dalio's son, both kind of similar story there. That's kind of fun.
Ray Dalio's son's dead.
Oh, yeah, one of them for sure. There was a whole clip on it.
How'd he die?
Car crash right into a Papa John's.
Damn. You know, that now that you're bringing up dead sons,
Yeah.
I work with this guy, and he didn't tell me this, but this other guy told me this about him. He was like, yeah, dude, 20 years ago, he had a son, and he was just like driving, and he like got into a fiery car crash, like right in front of him. Like he was in another car, like driving behind him or something.
Oh,
and
no.
he couldn't save him. Yeah. I'm just like,
Dang.
dude, that's fucked up.
20 years.
Yeah.
It's quite the time to think about stuff and not fully get over it, because you can never fully get over that.
Probably thinks about it every day.
I think so. What do you think? You say you have a very important death, and then how many years until you're not thinking about it every day? There has to be a time of some kind of semblance of not thinking about it every day.
I don't have kids,
Yeah.
but I feel like if your kid died, you would think about it every day, especially if you like got to know them and they were like chill.
They're like a cool dude.
Like if they're like a young adult, they're like 21 and they just
Yeah.
die. You're just like, oh, God damn.
And like the day before, like, dude, this kid is turning out so dope, dude. Couldn't
like-
have wished for a better one.
Your only like chance of like continuing your bloodline is just gone if it's like your son. And
No one else is going to take up my name.
I mean, your daughter.
You could ask someone and be like, hey, just a random guy on the street, like, hey, do you want to get my name on your name? You pay him
Yeah.
some money. But it's still not the genetic.
Do you think it's worse if your adopted kid dies? I mean, do you think it's like less worse, or do you think it's the same?
Maybe there's something that genetics trumps over. But
Probably.
I mean, if you're, I think if you're 20 years in with a baby to adult, you're probably similar. Or maybe there's just a DNA strand that just breaks inside of you.
I think so. I keep hearing every dad say, "Oh yeah, when my kids were born, that was like the best time of my life," or like something having to do with their kids. Someone said something like the best times of life and the worst times of life will be with your child.
Why the worst times?
So
Why
like
the best
like,
times?
so like, you know, maybe you're just like spending time with your kid, like watching them open like a birthday present and just seeing their joy, and
What
that
do they
like makes
get?
you happy. They get fucking, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some shit, because
Nerd, dude.
they're in the
Nerd.
fucking, yeah, no
Nerd.
pussy ass bitch. Yeah. And then like, I don't know, your kid gets in a fucking car accident and it's not
They're
that
looking at
bad.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. He like breaks both his arms and he's not dead. He's still alive, but like you seeing your kid in pain is like the worst thing you've ever experienced,
Yeah.
you know, or they just die and you're just like, fuck.
I brought him Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the hospital.
Now he
But
can't even play with his
it.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Broken
cards because his arms are broken.
arms, yeah. I mean, you got the hands wiggling out of there.
Damn.
Freaking
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. I had a Yu-Gi-Oh set, but like I played it with one dude like for 1 week and like we just made up rules.
I tried. I actually genuinely tried
hard
to get into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Did you like read rules and stuff?
I watched the cartoon. I was like, let me actually like get into the lore.
I do think that the cartoon might have. I think I watched it a little bit. It was a good little anime there.
I couldn't. His voice, he sounded like Shaq or some shit.
I thought it was high.
It's low. I was like, I looked at my sister. I was like, you hear this? Like, is this like a real thing?
Was it originally Japanese? Or is it an American anime manga?
I think it's Japanese.
Manga's actually the written one.
I feel like it was really big for a second, and now it's kind of not.
It was dope. Like, it rivaled Pokemon, I think.
Why don't people fuck with it anymore?
I mean, do people like Pokemon still? Yeah.
I feel like Pokemon's like killing it. Like Pokemon still makes games. They have movies and stuff.
They're games. Pokemon games. That'd be a cool public company. Is it?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I recall briefly reading about the company.
The thing about
Ricker and Bond
is what you're listening to.
The Dead Sun cold open. How do you like that one?
Oh yeah, I like it. It's raw. The thing, Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of lame because like in the show they're just playing with cards.
But the cards are magical.
Yeah, and monsters appear.
Animals in them, dude. That's cooler than a Pokemon.
Nah, Pokemon, you like have an animal in captivity.
That's just a world where there's like animals that are kind of funky, but this one has magical cards that has a freaking Aryan dragon.
Nah, Pokemon's better because dragon. You capture the animals against their will, and then you make them fight each other.
Where's the card? What's the lore of the card? Where's the card come from?
I don't know. I think they just
probably a magical being that is a card man.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I wonder if they can make a Yu-Gi-Oh movie and then just make a white guy Yu-Gi-Oh!
Live action Yu-Gi-Oh, dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Just cards running around.
Oh, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie.
How could I forget? Once you put that colon the movie after, then it rings a bell in my brain.
I actually remember this. I had a friend that was really into this.
Was it a good one?
Was he a good friend?
No, the movie.
Oh, I don't know, but it did 29.2 million at the box office.
Did the friend bring in 29.2 million?
No, I think he works at a coffee shop right now.
Is it a $29.2 million worth coffee shop?
Probably way less. The budget for this film was 20 million, so they made 9.2 million in profit. Not bad.
Yu-Gi-Oh does look cooler than Pokemon. Like,
Yu-Gi-Oh looks like, sinister.
He's like with it, you know? He's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I do, now seeing some Yu-Gi-Oh things, it could be a false memory, but I do believe sometimes in the morning I would, see this man rack up points and think about his strategy of what to put for his trap card. Trap card's dope, dude. Come on.
It's interesting. Do you think that because anime like that, the drawing style is pretty similar, I feel like, across all projects. Do you think Japanese people look at American animation and they're like, well, all of it looks the same? All of it looks like Family Guy?
Classic Family Guy stuff.
Like
Family
maybe
Guy,
today. Family Guy, Simpsons.
It's very flat.
It's like really big eyes with 2 dots and like a simple nose. And anime is more like elaborate and detailed.
Shadows.
Shadows, lines, emotions.
This guy's very the eyes welling up with
way
water.
More emotion. I'm not even in an anime, and it's like just seems like so much more work to put that together.
Yeah, probably comes from a Japanese anime culture.
Probably comes from a culture of just discipline.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards are way cooler than Pokemon cards.
Are Yu-Gi-Oh cards selling for millions?
I mean, in the eye of the beholder,
I wonder
gold one.
Who owns this IP?
Me.
Really? That
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Cool. Can I borrow some money?
Only if you admit that Yu-Gi-Oh is cooler than Pokemon.
Oh, I'm good. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Literally just one sentence.
Who is?
Did you ever do Beyblades? I had a big Beyblade phase.
Yeah, but I wasn't really into it. Yu-Gi-Oh's not even that old. It's 1999.
I was going to say it's 23 years, but I mean, does Pokemon predate that? 80s?
No, I think Pokemon is the 90s too.
Pokemon 1996.
Damn, Pokemon is younger than me. I was born into a Pokemon-less world. It looks like the movie or the show of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ended in 2004.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Did they die?
Duel Monsters.
Oh, Digimonsters, dude? Digimon.
Digimon was some trash, dude.
Digimon. I feel like I had some kind of something for this.
Digimon wanted to be Pokemon so bad.
Digimon, short for Digital Monsters, is a Japanese media franchise. Original work was in 1997. Was it a movie?
I think it was a game.
Oh, is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah,
My question
they had a like a Tamagotchi type thing in 1997. It looks like. Shout out
Damn, dude. Pokemon, bro.
The franchise focused on the eponymous creatures who inhabit a digital world of the metaverse, a parallel universe that originated from Earth's various communication networks. Brought to you by Ikiyoshi Hongo. And by Bandai.
Are you pumped for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
Dude, Pokemon video games is just like legit IP, bro. They're like, yo, did you get that new? I think I had a...
and they got a fucking theme park.
I had somewhat of like a recent, not like in the past couple of years, but in the past like decade or so, I bought a handheld device. I think I had like I don't know, but I had a Pokemon for it. It's pretty cool. I think that was the first Pokemon I ever bought.
Nintendo owns Pokemon.
Okay. Hey, I wanted to do a segment. There's been a recent barrage here on Record Bond of comments that have been negative. And I wanted to read a bunch of negative comments.
On like the videos?
Just like 4. Yeah. Well, just on a couple ones.
Are you sure you want to focus on the negativity?
Yeah, because it's fun.
Okay.
People didn't enjoy the quote unquote critique of the Super Bowl halftime show.
I don't even remember what I said.
It wasn't just the word critique. Logan Taylor 310 says, wow, didn't think people could be this stupid.
Wait, can you remind me can we replay the clip of what I said? Was it even a clip? Or did someone like listen to the episode?
That was dope. I liked it. It wasn't like an amazing performance, but it was cool, like nostalgia.
I have a couple of critiques. Overall, great performance. I wish there were less performers. Like, what if it was just like Kendrick Lamar and...
I don't want to see like a full Eminem performance.
Kendrick Lamar's thing was like 15 seconds.
I would want to see a solo Kendrick show. Kendrick shows are always cool. Didn't think people could get that stupid.
Okay.
Dummies, dude. And my guy, It's Kill, said, yeah, Logan Taylor 310. Me either.
Wait, I don't get what's so controversial about.
I don't either,
statements.
But people were riled up.
I don't even know if they liked it or not.
Gucci Medine says, don't you ever try to critique the best halftime show of all time.
Oh, I see.
WTF you smoking, shit was lit.
Oh, I see.
Gucci also says, surprised you haven't been cussed out yet. IDK, what reaction you expected to get? Really just inflammatory.
Wow. Hostile.
With a very run-of-the-mill clip.
Yeah, okay. Like, all right, let's be honest. Like, let's clip this up. 50 Cent was in pain, hanging upside down.
I got a big pop out of 50 Cent. I was like, oh, it's 50 Cent. Holy cow, Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What are my other critiques? Longer Kendrick Lamar set for sure.
Wanting more of it.
Yeah, wanting more Kendrick Lamar. I don't think
these comments make sense.
They don't make sense. Maybe a little more Snoop Dogg. He was good. Didn't really care for Mary J. Blige personally, but hey, to each their own. Who else was up there? Dr. Dre. He's just tired. He's just tired to me.
I liked the piano, dude. He was pianoing like it was freaking Stevie Ray Wonder.
You think Ice Cube was like, man, how come they didn't invite me to be on this shit?
Just a little pissed off.
I'm from LA too.
Like the most, bro, is he? Was he one of the ones that like migrated from the Midwest in like his 10s? Probably not.
I don't know, but he was the one that wrote all the NWA songs.
Did he have Pac in the next room grinding?
Yeah.
Do you remember that reference?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Do you not remember that reference?
I do. What was that from NWA?
The movie. When he's at Death Row Records,
motherfucker.
When it was Dre, he's like, they're all playing with pit bulls and there's a naked guy. And Dr. Dre comes out, he says, I got Pac in the next room grinding.
Working, man.
Yeah. One more comment. And this one, a little more sensible, except for one thing, which has been said a little bit, not appreciated. The podcast is about unemployed 30-year-old talking about what they saw on their social media feed.
Okay, sir.
Way below 30, okay?
And also, yeah, not unemployed.
So much income, dude.
Yeah. Also, 30. I am shocked and appalled.
That's like, I've been hit with the, you're an old looking dude a couple times now. And maybe this is coming from the younger generation. Yeah, we're getting pushed out. We're a little, I was on apparently like the very cusp of Gen X. It was like a month after I was born. And by no means do I ever. It's
a different culture.
It's completely not okay.
It's a different culture.
That out there. I'm an old man.
It's a different mindset.
Being pushed out, millennials, we're a little older now. Understood. It's all good. But like maybe these like 19, 20-year-olds that were born post 2000 are calling old 20 young bucks, dude. Prime.
When I was 20, did I think 26 was old? Not really.
Probably. Low-key.
I didn't think Zach was old.
That's a little bit.
I thought he was older.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, you know.
But like he wasn't
it is quite the difference from like 20 to 25.
I remember my friend neighbor Jeff, when I first met him, he used to live with some people, like a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And I don't know how old they were. They could have been like 24, 25, but they just seem so old. They seem like they've been married for 20 years. And I remember they said they wanted to go to Coachella. And my first thought was, bro, you're way too fucking old for that shit.
How old were you?
I was 19, 20, probably 19.
I think 19, 20-year-olds just think everything's really old.
That was such a time, bro. I was so just like...
What grade is 19, 20? College?
I think I was a freshman.
Yeah. I mean, 19, 20, like freshman in college is a young little boy, dude.
That was just like legit, just like freedom.
Because you didn't have the most weight of the world as a someone yet, but you were like, all right, I'm gone from where I was before, and it was just like a little stretch of like weird thousands of dollars worth of ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, didn't pay any rent. Just chill. It's just vibes.
My freshman year was not vibes.
Really? I mean,
sophomore was vibes.
Mine wasn't all vibes.
I didn't.
Sophomore was.
Speaking of old, dude, I was rooming with like a senior, dude, in my freshman year.
Yeah, that's weird.
It wasn't that weird. He was like he was a junior, but like
a junior in the dorms.
I didn't enjoy him. He did bring over hella females, and he was an alcoholic. And in retrospect, I should have been a little like, this is cool, but I was very not with it.
If I could do something different, I feel like I would have lived in an apartment.
An apartment?
Yeah.
For just the first year, for the rest of it?
For like
ever.
Sophomore year, at least, when I was living out of that trap.
I don't even remember apartments around Tucson.
There's like some on 4th Street. There were a lot of apartments, and they were like literally just like your most basic ass cookie cutter apartments. But when people used to throw parties there, those used to fucking go off, bro. I remember you couldn't even walk. You just see heads. It just be dark.
Are you talking about the big complexes, the big structures, are just like the normal apartments?
Like I'm talking about like, like the ranch or something.
Oh, okay.
Remember that place?
Yeah.
Just like, and like people just be sleeping on mattresses and there'd just be like an Xbox or some shit and bongs everywhere. And I was like, dude, like this is just literally just being a young man. Just like
that's being a young child, Loki.
Every once in a while, you just like smash a girl, you go chill with your bros, get drunk. Fucking damn. I wish I had known about drop shipping back then. I would have been all over that shit.
Yeah, I wish I thought a tiny bit more.
Because I was trying to make shirts and shit too, but I was doing it the old fashioned way.
Yeah.
Like lame.
I was trying to make a record label.
Yeah. We were trying to do some stuff. At least we were trying.
I wonder what the percentage of people that do that did. I feel like it's kind of not that low of a percentage that people are like, I want to make businessy stuff going into college.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was looking at like Scooter Braun shit because like he, I think, recently sold his holding company to this company in Japan for a lot of money, like $400 million. Yeah. And I was like, okay, like how'd this guy get started? Like it didn't just start with Bieber, but like literally same shit, just throwing parties. And then
dude, literally everyone, dude, has the college event throwing phase.
Yeah. And then just fucking, he just like, okay, I'm going to make a company around it. And I'm just going to like become a promoter and market musicians. Oh, look, here's a kid that can sing. I have a little bit of money. Let me fly him out.
Cats who didn't do software stuff as a young age started off throwing events. It's a very unanimous life event for a sect of people in the business world.
Throwing events can be very lucrative.
Look at all these people. These people all want to do one thing, and I'm going to supply that thing.
They just want to drink and chat.
they just want to have a little beverage and say hello to another fellow co-ed. Co-ed only means female, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Co-eds, dude. Shout out the retreat. Shout out the ranch.
Dude, the retreat, dude. Oh.
Shout out levels. It's all changed now, but
it's probably like nicer.
No, just the name.
Shout out those obscure ass house parties way out in the desert.
Which one?
Like, or Marcus would just be like, yo, I got an address. And we're just driving for 30 minutes into the darkness.
I did forget about this.
Oh my God. We just get out of an Uber and we walk up to the house. And there's nothing happening. So we just go take an Uber all the way back and smoke weed.
I don't recall that. I do recall one house quite vividly. It is just like, we're in like neighborhood randomly.
That's interesting. I follow a lot of people I don't talk to on Instagram, and it's interesting just to see like where they are in life. And I used to have a Twitter where I followed a bunch of college people, but I deleted it and I regret it because I just like seeing like what everyone's up to.
What they tweet out.
Yeah. Like
what is a normal, a 9 to 5 rigmarole tweet out?
Most of them are just like working. A lot of teachers.
Eh?
A lot of business folk. I don't know. No one like substantial.
A lot of real estate agents.
The people that didn't get a real degree. So they're like, all right.
Real estate agents, people who manage accounts, account managers.
Yeah.
People working at Macy's. A lot of Macy's workers for 20 to 23-year-olds.
Fuck that.
People who know how to write SQL.
Fuck working retail.
It's not retail. They were doing account management at Macy's.
Fuck working at Macy's.
Working at there's one chick from my high school that I came across on LinkedIn a couple years ago, and she was like the only person who had a semi like cool sounding job. It was like a record label, but it was like LA. Everyone else is real estate or like maybe some banking in there. I tried to hit up one dude. I was like, yo, dude, tell me all the banking secrets. And he said like, haha, and then just didn't respond. Then I responded, I'm like, yo, I'm serious. Tell me the secrets.
That's a good way to go to get information.
Yeah, through a guy that works at banks.
You don't want to be like,
good
yo,
with these wheat futures.
You want to like meet up for lunch?
No, I was like, yo, give me the secrets, bro.
Damn, I have some exciting news, everybody.
Pregnant.
It's exciting.
What?
No, even better.
Yeah, abortion.
I have finally reached 1,000 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yo,
I don't have my claps. Woo.
I can hardly keep the women over me.
Away.
Off of me. Yeah. But yeah, 1,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, I am not yet to the point of monetization. I still need a little more than 2,000 watch hours. But at least I got the subscriber part out of the way. A lot of people I see get the watch hours first, and they'll need like 700 more subscribers. And I was thinking, okay, what is better?
Definitely subscribers.
Yeah, because like it seems
watch time is low key, not easy, but there's a whole lot of more momentum that goes with it.
Yeah, and most of it's just from one video. So like all my other videos literally just don't do shit.
Subscriber is low key quite sticky. Like someone could religiously watch a channel because it's it's in their habits and then it's in their algorithm, but they just won't click subscribe.
Yeah, actually, I think I have a number of people that have me on their notifications, and I think it's like
bell click.
Yeah, I think it's actually kind of
smash that bell.
I think it's actually kind of high. Let me find it. Engagement, no audience.
Shout out
subscribers.
YouTube Studio Analytics. It's lit, dude.
It's the best analytics ever.
It's deep.
Yeah. 103 people have all notifications on, and 78 people have all notifications for my channel and YouTube notifications. So I guess.
And like YouTube notifications. Oh God, Google. So, just in that habit of a phone user.
I think it's like, if I'm not mistaken, the 103 is like people that go onto YouTube and they just see the notification. Launch and upload a video, and then all notifications is like it goes to your phone.
This man is getting bumpers on the top of his phone saying, "Hey, YouTube's going on."
I'm really torn between making content that is not super well produced, but I know can make money, and making like well produced content that like gets 50 views. So no money.
I would go with the former.
The former?
Yeah.
The not well produced content?
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Bottom line.
But
you can make a produced video every once in a while for you. Yeah. You can make just like a cool, maybe go deep. You do you remember the guy who made a video out in Phoenix?
Yes, Barry. Zane Barry. They had the best in and out of my life. Never forget it. Never forget that day.
Did you go back to it once you had it? I feel like you did that.
I don't think so. I feel like I'd be disappointed. I feel like Phoenix In and Out always hits. Like something about that Phoenix In and Out.
He made a video essay channel that has gotten good traction. So you could do like a once a quarter well-produced video essay on something.
Zane Barry.
Tall Skeleton is the channel.
Wow. It's a great name. 19,000 subscribers. Wow. I'm glad he's doing well.
Yeah. And like pretty substantial growth from like nothing.
Wow.
How many videos?
What is his most viewed video? Fucking killer ass thumbnails. My goodness.
He produces well. How many videos?
1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, it's a lot.
What are these?
It looks like he has like 60 videos. It looks like podcasts.
Yeah, not counting the podcast.
But one of his videos is 1.4 million.
The video essays, was that Kanye?
Wait a second.
What?
This guy's popped up in my fucking...
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that is a, if anyone wants to see Tall Skeleton, is a good reference for long form video essays.
I never would have watched this and thought that Zane Barry made this ever.
Which one popped up?
Donald Glover, son of Kanye.
Yeah.
YouTube has been like, you got to watch this, man. You keep throwing it at me. I was like, I'll get to it. But
did you see the clip of Mr. Beast on Rogan?
Which one?
He's talking about just deep dive study of what makes YouTube clickable.
Oh yeah. I saw that. He's nuts.
But that was pretty cool. I dig that very much. So, basically, data scientist obsessing over YouTube viralness.
Hey, Thang is still on his YouTube channel.
And I did watch Tall Skeleton's death of late night television. Very, very enthralling to watch it the whole way.
I respect people that just say, I'm just going to keep up all my old stuff, whether it be music videos or like whatever. I'm just going to build on top of it. Yeah. Me, I got to make a fresh channel. Like I need a fresh start.
There's I sent you, I think it might have been Mr. Beast. Let me see what it was. Look, I might have to, next season of the podcast, I might have to put it as a in the intro.
Damn, I should make video essays.
Yeah, I know.
But about what?
The Meet Kevin guy. I think he's an investment dude with the pink hair.
Yeah.
There's a 2013 video, and I don't want to play because it's annoying to edit the sound, but it's just him selling condos as a year old man. And he just says, the condo market is red hot right now in a baggy suit. And it's hilarious. It's funny. He's next to a plant on the left side of the plant.
My friend took his real estate course. He said it's very good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Meet Kevin's?
Yeah.
I see.
Said it's one of the best.
Do you get a certificate to do real estate?
No, I think he said he took his real estate course and his like stock course, and he's doing well in both, or at least the stocks. So
I see. Yeah. What would you make video essays on?
I don't know. I would have to think about what's important to me. What's important to me?
Skeleton has done music. 13K for a podcast. Nice.
Donald Glover, son of Kanye. 635,000. I wonder what his CPM is. I wonder how much money he's making on these.
Music. Wasn't it running the kind of the middle of the ground category?
Because I feel like this would be like in the same realm as Dorian, right?
It's somewhat not marketing. You could say there's a category for marketing in there. But this is stuff that keeps people on YouTube. Which is a little different than advertisers' budget willing to get off. But
what is the CPM for a YouTube music channel? It's probably 12. That seems a little high. I saw someone with a $78 CPM the other day.
What was it?
Fucking let me send you this video.
Okay.
You've probably seen this guy.
Okay.
It was like $70-something, dude. I was like, bro, this has to be fake. But it's not. He's making like, he has a one video. How I made $2.5 million in 2021.
How'd you do it, sir?
I think it's this one. I think it's this one.
Big YouTube, big monies.
bro. And he's like, yeah, this is just my side hustle. Like my real thing is drop shipping, and I have a SaaS business.
What's he sassing up?
It's like a drop shipping thing to help you find products.
Is it the guy I know? Yeah, I've seen him.
Dude, yeah, go to like the part where he talks about his AdSense. I'm pretty sure it's this video.
His captions. This open transcript. I think he did pop up. I was doing like, classic first step Google stuff of how to make a software business, and he popped up.
Yeah. He's nuts. Where is it? Oh, fuck. So, all right. I just have this monthly estimated revenue last 6 months. This was from April 23rd, 2021. So November of 2020, made $236 from YouTube. In December, made $301. In January, he made $1,300. February, $5,000. March, his mouse is in the way. Fuck. But I think that said $13,000. And then April, $8,000. So I'm trying to look at his CPM. He's making an average of $400 to $700 per day on YouTube. All of his videos get over 100,000 views. And his CPM is, he's not even showing it. Come on, brother.
I mean, what is even this category? Is he's just doing money stuff?
Well, it's mostly drop shipping.
Yeah.
But drop shipping CPM is not that high.
But yeah, other stuff. I see some ETH. I see some Facebook. So basically just marketing stuff.
Everybody's just dropping in some crypto stuff because I think that CPM is high.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How does one differentiate themselves? How many videos does this man have?
He makes pretty cool vids too. Mostly just, he's just interviewing business kids.
As you do. As you do. Oldest video is 4 years ago. Drop shipping. Shopify. Live value bombs. Why you will fail. Shout out Jordan Welch.
Shout out Jordan Welch. I followed him on Instagram, and I think he has like a team of bots that like try to sell his course. Mm-hmm. So he quote messaged me. He was like, just straight up, how's your drop shipping going? And I was like, I don't drop ship. And he was like, why haven't you gotten started? I was like, bro, who am I talking to, bro?
Why haven't you done it yet, you little nerd?
Because I lost so much money trying. And
I was saying that was the DM stuff. No, I'm good off of physical stuff.
I remember when I tried drop shipping when I worked at that microphone store. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think, because I was like so fucking miserable at that store. If that shit had popped off, bro, I would have been like, what the fuck? Because me and Kevin, we went half on a store. On it was called Pod Wrap, and it was AirPod covers. Mm-hmm. And it was making sales, but we were issuing a lot of refunds because it took too long to ship from China.
How much money did you spend in total?
We were each putting, I think, $250 a month for ads and ad spend. So $500 a month, I think. And the site, which was like, I think probably like $30 a month or something. And then we were selling them for, I think, like $10, and we were getting them for like maybe like less than a penny. And then the shipping was like $3. So we were making like $6 profit, but it would take so long to get to the people that
business cycles of physical shipping is very not fun to gauge if you don't know the cycles of it.
He kept saying, dude, let's just order a bunch and send them out. But I was really against like having physical products because I'd made the mistake before of like ordering too much shit and then just sitting on supply. The
business cycles you got to have down to a T.
Yeah, and but damn, that was
not at your whim.
That was a bitchin' store too.
Very not at your whim.
Pod Wrap.
Is it live still?
No.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Crypto stuff. Yuga Labs, which made I don't know, some NFT just bought CryptoPunks and Meebits. Yuga Labs made Bored Ape Yacht Club. So Bored Ape Yacht Club just acquired CryptoPunks and Meebits. So they were excited.
Are those companies?
They bought the IP of CryptoPunks and Meebits NFT collections from Larva Labs. Larva Labs is the firm that made CryptoPunks and Meebits, apparently. Yuga Labs is the firm that made Bored Ape Yacht Club. And now they got freaking Bored Ape Yacht Club, Meebits, and CryptoPunks.
Damn, Larva Labs just cashed out before the crash. Nice.
This means that we now own the brand. You got to buy low, dude. This means that we now own the brand's copyright in the art and other IP rights for both collections, along with 423 CryptoPunks and 1,711 Meebits. What comes next? Now that we own the IP for CryptoPunks and Meebits, here's what we're planning to do with it. As the first step, we'll soon be granting CryptoPunks and Meebits holders the same commercial rights that Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club owners enjoy. That's pretty cool. We're working with our legal teams to draft the new terms and conditions for both collections and expect to share these with the community soon. By handing over these rights, we're further aligning CryptoPunks and Meebits with the Web3 ethos and what we expect a wide range of third-party developers and community creators to incorporate CryptoPunks and Meebits into their Web3 projects. We'll be building the overall brand right alongside them. Speaking of that voice, did you watch the Apple thing?
No, I didn't, but I heard it was good.
There was one thing in iPhone SE that was neural networks that was cool, and they basically just like exploded the chip industry. They're like, yo, previously you couldn't do this with chips, and then we did something new, and now you can have like 4 screens with 4K, so suck it.
They're just literally kicking ass with like...
And also we make the chips.
Their last chip, I think, was in the fucking, I don't know what it was, the Mac Pro or something. It was so good. It was so ahead of everything in the industry. And then a couple of days ago, they're like, yo, that last chip, we just doubled it and just made it one chip.
They're like, usually people needed 2 chips to do this thing. And then we just made 1 chip that did it.
They're literally kicking. Like, what do you even, I think it's the Mac Studio is like, I don't even know what I would use that for. But it's like fucking, when you think about what it could do, how much money you can make with it if you like use it properly. It's
what can you do cheap. With big processing power?
Like if you were like an 8K video editor and you need to turn around a project in 15 seconds, like I'm just like, for the first time, my M1 was lagging on me the other day, trying to edit 4 tracks of 4K footage, but I couldn't handle it. Pussies, dude. All right, let me just spec one out real quick. We're going to get the Apple M1 Ultra with 20-core CPU, 64G. This is ridiculous. 128 gigabytes of unified memory. We're going to hit it with 8 terabytes of solid state drive storage. Throw Final Cut and Logic Pro in there. And that's going to come out to $8,500 or $708 a month for 12 months. You down?
Sure.
Should I throw in a monitor too?
Why not?
Maybe 2. Ooh, let's go to the nano texture glass. You got to get the tilt adjustable stand.
It's free. It's like it's very smooth, the tilt. I remember that.
Now it's $10,000.
Oh,
imagine just being like, all right, let's get it.
Yeah,
and it's just like an hour write off.
Very easily imagined.
Yeah, very easily imagined.
It's the same thing as $60, but it's $10,000.
Are you reading any books?
I have a book about cycles. It's called Cycles. And then I finished, what's it called? The Future's Faster Than You Think. That was pretty dope. Probably I might not reread that, but this Cycles book is obviously just about the science of cycles throughout life and economics. It's kind of boring, but very interesting if you want to be the greatest investor in the world to ever exist.
Warren?
Warren owns so many things. It's funny with tech getting super red right now. Buffett's back on like the list of like top 5 champs of owners, and all of his holdings are just railroads. He's outperforming tech. Railroads, man. Still an integral part to society. He just
knows, bro.
Still an integral part to economics and society.
Railroads will be around longer than the internet.
Maybe, man. No, there is probably you could probably chart out the death of railroads, if at least the growth. I learned how to plot receding growth in a firm or a company or a country. Pretty cool. You could probably see when the death of anything happens based on a nice chart.
Nice.
Ratio scale.
Are you excited?
About what? Warren Buffett's railroads?
For America.
The death of railroads?
I'm excited for $8 a gallon gas.
I don't use it much, but even if I did, you know. There's a point that was brought up, like, if gas is like, do people cut down driving if gas is that a problem for them? Like, can you cut down your driving? Like, people are driving once a weekend to the Bahamas and then can't do that anymore. Probably not. People kind of just use car for everyday transit and still have to buy gas.
I'm under the impression that a lot of people don't even look at the price of gas. They just put in $20 and get what they get.
There's a bit of it's funny because gas is like the one thing that one part of the economy everybody like knows because they're driving and it's big plastered everywhere and you can kind of see like, oh, gas is up, gas is down. So Shaq, there's a bit on Inside the NBA where Shaq was talking about gas, and he's basically saying like that thing where he's like, I just put it in to give me enough room to drive, where it's like, yeah, but that $20 gives you less gas.
Shaq is also rich. So it's like,
that's true. His thing was, he's like, okay, so I have a half tank of gas and I put some in just to give me enough, wiggle room to get where I need to go.
Why not just fill it up, Shaq?
And the homie was like, well, it depends how far you're going. He's like, he was like, if gas is $8 a gallon or a mile or something, then you can only go a certain amount. And he's like, no, I just, I have half a tank and I put in a little wiggle room there to get me where I'm going.
I understand the mindset, but you want to go to the gas station the least amount possible. So if you're only putting in $5 to get you around for the day, you're just going to be at the gas station tomorrow.
Yeah, just at the gas station every day.
That's no fun. Damn, I was thinking, I've been seeing a lot of rich people say that, especially Alex Hormozi, saying that they all have the mindset that money doesn't matter. And you get to like a point and it's not even that much money. It could be like a couple $100,000, right? Where like you don't have to think about the price of something. But for someone that is poor, like money is everything because money is survival. And I'm thinking like, when I'm rich, am I ever going to be like that? Oh, money doesn't matter. I feel like when you have a lot of money, a lot of these rich people say, Grant Cardone said it, Alex Hormozi said it. They said they didn't get excited when they first made a lot of money. And I'm thinking, well, maybe they did, but now they're just trying to like downplay it to like be like, because they're so used to just having a lot of money. It's kind of cool to like be nonchalant about it.
Sure.
But like, I feel like it's definitely a feeling for everybody, but then it's fleeting because humans get bored really fast.
Yeah. I would ask in the case of your like first breakthrough. There was probably a high that someone had when they had a goal. And maybe it's more towards the business aspect of accomplishing a sale or something that might get them like, oh, that I finally did something, rather than the money amount. But I haven't fully had like a moment where I could look at my screen and be like, okay, cool. But I know what it looks like in practice. And I can get the feeling of like, okay, there's a number that I've hit and I'm still the same. I very much understand that.
Like Steve Jobs was like, he said,
it's not gonna be like a rush of like euphoria when you see a couple zeros in the bank account.
Well, I feel like it's kind of like when you realize I don't have to work anymore. Like, okay, bam. Now what do I do? Like that'll be exciting for anyone.
Stuff. But
but it's like you're making the business because like you want to, not because you have to.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do.
I think what they're saying is like there's no like moment of God moment when that happens. It's still basically living life.
Like Steve Jobs said that, I have no intention on being the richest man in the graveyard. And he would always talk about how like product is more important than like money. But in his book, when he said, not his book, the guy that wrote the book, he like made his first sale. Like he got dollar signs in his eyes and he's like, wow, this could make a lot of money. And then when he was 25 with $250 million, he was like, I have so much money. Like all I want to do is just focus on what I want to do. And what I want to do is make this company.
Yeah. But that's what I'm kind of saying. Like once you realize like, okay, I've set up the infrastructure to make a dam where it can flow through. I think that's pretty exciting. Like, all right, I've now made a river that can flow money down, which comes from product, but I think that obviously is quite exhilarating as people who enjoy building and succeeding in business, because it's like leveling up in a game. But it's not like things won't change mindset might be a better way of putting it. It could change like the way your lifestyle is, but like the mind in your head is still going to be the mind in your head. And then most of these people that have hit a lot of zeros wake up and they're like, oh, I wish I have a bunch of zeros and very nice materialistic lifestyle, but my other
kids hate me.
My other aspect, like you wake up billionaire and then you wish, I wish I had a family that was plentiful to me.
Damn.
But then you're like, oh well.
And you're like, oh well, let's go on a jet ski.
But that's literally it. Like either way, it's still like, okay, this is a thing, and just like thoughts and like actions of people and talking, like it appears in your consciousness, and then it is fleeting after a certain amount of time.
The worst thing you can do when you're depressed, because everybody gets depressed. Get depressed whether you're rich or poor. The worst thing you can do when you're depressed is go to work and sit in a cubicle and just be depressed at work. At least rich people cannot do that when they're depressed.
The grass is always greener.
They can just walk around and be bored.
You could at least, but I mean, you have a freedom to, have time and go like see a beach.
Yeah.
And breathe.
And just be like, where are all my friends? Oh, they're at work.
And then you go to an NFT private club and you're like, yo, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's going on? Fellow nerds.
It doesn't have to be an NFT club. It could be a club that has an NFT.
Damn.
Bought Bored Ape Yacht Club. No, bought CryptoPunk IP. It's funny because the cats who made CryptoPunks, like if you go to Larva Labs online, on the internet, on the World Wide Web, which someone built, by the way. Someone built www. Go to larvalabs.com. These guys are just kind of like, like app builders. And then they also happen to build CryptoPunks.
Hi, we're Matt and John.
Like they were building Android stuff, building software, probably went to whatever school or just did, he has a PhD. Genomics analyst software? That's sick, dude. And then they did CryptoPunks and it became crazy. Very valued thing. And like one of the first NFTs to use cryptography as an art NFT project. So it's kind of like it's a not super far off that they would sell it, just because like they seems like they were making software and made a blue chip NFT project, and they're like, all right, I don't know why you would sell at maybe the bottom of a cycle of crypto, but
maybe because they think it's going to go way further down.
I'm gonna reach out.
Damn, crypto punks, huh? Should have listened to Gary when he invited me to that mastermind.
I was in the Skype call, bro.
Yeah.
I went into a break room and I was like, this guy is Looney Tunes, dude. No way am I going to buy this weird digital crypto art.
It's like, this shit's so lame, bro.
Pixelated, like, it's not like there's 10,000 of it. Like, why would I buy that?
It's like, dog, you want me to buy this?
What was the price of it when he had the alleged call?
Oh, I don't know. Probably like $200.
These billionaires are like, yo, dude, I'm not gonna spend $200 on a freaking pixel head,
dude.
There was a music video, I forget which one. It was a new one. Might have been like a Griselda cat. But they had a, you know those parts of a music video where it's like they're showing themselves on a BlackBerry, like Soulja Boy did for like the first time ever. I'm sure other music videos did it. But they had an ad scene where they're using a Ledger wallet, which I thought was kind of cool, to show that they're just a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? In the bank.
A Norm Macdonald ad, and he was making. Yeah, it was a Budweiser commercial from the early 2000s, and it was with I think the CEO of Netscape, who was hot back then, and they were making a bunch of internet jokes because the internet was new. You should look that up; you'll enjoy it.
Let me grab it. Norm Macdonald, huh?
Yeah,
that's funny. Here, let me play it. Mark Andreessen in that joint, dog. Okay, yeah.
What?
So, Mark Andreessen is the head of A16Z, and I think most older people probably know him as Netscape guy, but like younger cats only know him as like A16Z guy. He's the guy that Dorsey was feuding with on Twitter. So the head of one of the heads of A16Z is talking to Norm Macdonald about internet.
Hey, Mark, thanks to you now, everything's .com, you know, beachballs.com, arugulasalad.com. I mean, .com on.
Oh, here we go again.
Hey, .com, Padre. We both like Miller Lite for the same reason. It tastes great. Uncommonly so.
You know I like it because it's so smooth.
Ooh, I guess we're in .compatible, huh?
Not if you lose the lane .comedy.
Hey, that's a good .com back.
Miller Lite, taste the true Pilsner.
.com here often?
It's almost like it was a bunch of crypto commercials for the Super Bowl.
It's literally, we're going to look back at those and be like, what were we thinking?
The crypto commercials?
Yeah. Like fucking, you see that LeBron Crypto.com commercial? What does that have to do with crypto?
Well, you know, storytelling. Nothing. Doesn't matter.
It's like, I'm watching that. I'm like, I still don't know what it is.
Well, there was, I mean, there's cycles of what people wanted to do for ads, and in the past it was like you have to show what the product does and show how it helps people do something, and then it kind of got towards just emotional storytelling with a brand at the end. And I mean, this Norm Macdonald one was making fun of a product because probably everyone was making fun of .com stuff, which is somewhat
they should have just shown footage of a lady getting robbed for the crypto commercials. Her purse just getting stolen.
But it was very storytelling. I mean, the one that would probably be analogous to this Norm Macdonald one was FTX's the Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld, Old Man Jew, David. God dang it, dude. What's his name? He's going through all the eras and he's saying like, "Oh, this is nothing." Larry David.
Ah, yes.
That one is probably analogous to that one, but like that was a good one. And they were both FTX. LeBron was FTX?
I use crypto.com.
There was a QR code that was hidden in the crypto.com LeBron commercial that would give you an NFT airdrop.
It just takes you to fucking Hong Kong's website. Put in your email.
It gave you a. See, I was sitting watching the Super Bowl, and then Coinbase's QR nostalgia thing went on, and that one was the one I was most intrigued and interacted with. Like I literally said out loud, I feel compelled to scan this QR code, and I did.
It crashed the site.
So they say, or they crash it themselves to have more publicity.
I scanned it. That should change my phone number.
It is probably not a great thing to put out in the public that you should be scanning random QR codes. I think there was a headline that said like there was a QR code that is taking your bank account stuff.
Nice.
Maybe not the safest thing to put out into the noobs of crypto world of just scan any QR code.
Nice. You do your taxes?
Yeah.
I sent my guy my Coinly thing, all my write-offs, all that good shit.
Yeah.
He wants to have a talk with me.
Ew.
Yeah.
Do my taxes.
I'm very scared. He's gonna be
Plus,
like, yeah.
You probably charge me for talking to you. No.
He's gonna be like, yeah, look, I just wanted to tell you this face to face. You're fucked. I just want to be a man and like let you know, like the IRS is like just like I've never seen more red flags in my life. Like dog, like what, you can't write off like half this shit.
Well, I mean
like,
that's not that. As long as it's not crypto related.
Well, I don't know. So like my situation was pretty interesting because I did not make a lot of money from my regular job, right? Mm-hmm. Compared to how much I made from crypto. So put that all together. That's like whatever my fucking income was. Right.
Is it in a different tax bracket as
well, here's the thing. I'm in like such a low tax bracket because I didn't make that much from my job. Right. Apparently.
But that doesn't matter because if your other one outweighs the tax bracket of crypto income. Then it's probably a different tax bracket.
Yeah, it pushes me up into a new one. So I was freaking out. I was like, damn, I'm going to have to pay a lot in taxes, probably. And so I was like, okay, let me just write off as much stuff as I can. And so I did that. I spent a lot of money, way more than I thought, on subscriptions. Like so much, like what the fuck was I thinking kind of money.
So what?
Like just like
entertainment?
No, shit like, well, a lot of it was like apple.com bill. So it was probably like fucking iCloud shit. Domains, fucking hosting, Photoshop, shit like that. Like video subscription shit. A lot of money on there. Wrote off everything I used to make videos. Wrote off a lot of me paying for people to do stuff. So we'll see if it bounces.
Yeah, it sounds like less about crypto stuff, more about write-off.
Well, my shit was like my crypto. Well, here's the thing. I put my shit in Coinly and one of my wallets was like kind of messed up, or the contract for one of the coins. So it said it was worth like $2 billion and Coinly picked that up. Right. And so it said like I owed like a lot more than I thought. I was like, what the fuck? I don't have $2 billion,
Did you fix it?
Well, what I did was
imported.
I wrote the guy a note. I was like, hey, dude. I wrote the CPA note. I was like, hey, dude, like this is like messed up. Like there's no way I have $2 billion. If anything, I made like $500 from this coin. Like give me a call if you have any questions, but everything else is like correct, But on the capital gains, on the capital gains that like that actually pulled out, that was correct.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, but I think and there's also, I mean, only for like the exchanges, they have their own like 1099s, I believe. But I think all I had to give was, as we talk about tax stuff on the internet, that cap gain report was good, and then all the like government things that I printed out, I schlepped over and said, "Hey, this is what we got. How you like it?" Because it's also like not that confusing from a tax professional perspective. It's like it's just like a freelance, it's not freelance, but like it's a property tax. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, I was telling my dad, I was like, "Yo, your boy's in for like the time of his life." He's like, "Oh no, it's okay." So he's a professional, been doing it for 50 years.
I mean,
like, dude,
this thing got born a couple years ago.
He's gonna be like, "Okay, sir, what is Doge Inu come dump rocket coin? How'd you make 20 grand from it?"
It's property. It's
like, okay, Lana Rhodes Mia Khalifa coin.
Yeah, property. It's just, in the eyes of the law, property.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. You lost $10,000 on that one.
Sometimes you lose.
Yeah, fucking taxes. Got to pay them.
I was wondering, the person I use for taxes, I don't know if they have a spouse that has other income, but like they only do taxes for like a couple months in the year.
Yeah. That's it. Like, what else do they do?
What's going on here?
Do they get paid so? Well, don't like businesses do taxes at another part time of the year? So maybe they do that.
I'm not sure.
Maybe they're just accountants, freelance accountants for people.
I've never heard of that. But yeah, that crossed my mind looking at like bills from the tax person. I was like, how are you alive?
Maybe they make so much money they don't need to work all year.
They just love. That's what I'm saying, but like not for
like,
my charges.
Like, there's still like shit like TurboTax and shit, and like people still are taxed.
I don't think this person is freelancing TurboTax. They could.
No, I mean like there's like software out there that people can utilize, and there's still tax people still making money.
Well, some people need a professional. Some people at a certain level, you don't want to TurboTax it.
I don't want to TurboTax my $85 billion income.
Like, I wonder if there is institutional TurboTax accounts. Like, yo, come on, I need something here.
You take your fucking $85 million tax shit to the guy at Walmart.
Legit, just the person who made just like a killing off crypto, and he's like 19, and all he's known is TurboTax, and he's like, so I come to you guys, right? Like, I've seen the commercial.
Didn't use my Coinly affiliate link, so he's just making it hard on himself.
TurboTax.com. There's also another, I forget it, but there was a guy that was a tax professional that had a preferred crypto tax site that was different than Coinly. But as long as I don't get a check from someone that I don't want to check from, then it'll suffice for me.
Yeah, I've been paying mad taxes on my regular job. Shit, they take so much. They take everything.
Yes, it's a lot.
So poor.
What else went down, dude? Anything headline off top for you?
I just bought tickets to see The Weeknd.
Did you? I was kind of wondering. I saw his poster, his online digital Instagram poster.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, dude, he's gonna be in LA on my birthday.
Oh snap!
I gotta scoop up some ticks.
We talking $200?
Oh my god, you fucking wish.
6?
One ticket was, I think it was like 300, 350. But I think it was like 300. But I bought two so I can bring whoever I'm sleeping with at the time.
300 is kind of the splurge number. 300 is nice.
Yeah, I was like, so here's my rationale. I was like, dude, no matter what I'm doing on my birthday, I'm gonna be like, damn, I wish I was at that show.
Literally, he's like a block away.
Literally, and I like my most favorite singer ever, and I'm not at his show when he's in my city on my birthday. That's just not even smart. So I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna do it.
Legit, like all the when NFTs projects were minting all their stuff, and everyone was happy because it was peak Bitcoin price. The sweet spot is $300 to $600 of people splurging, just normal people.
This is interesting. I think I don't know if this is new. So I already have the tickets in my Apple Wallet, and I think I can like send it to someone.
Oh yeah.
So like, if like you bought it, I could just like text it to you. Let me see.
How would someone buy it? You can test.
Well, like you can like Apple pay me some money or something. But
like, still, like, what is the modem of exchange? Like via Apple Pay? So you're gonna be like literally a text that says, "I want to give you this Apple ticket," and then you give me a thing.
Actually, I think you can sell it on the Ticketmaster website. I thought you could send it, or maybe that's an update that's coming. But like, yeah, you just send it, and then it like appears in your wallet. And then you just like Apple Pay it, touch it to the terminal. There's no barcode anymore.
What's your oldest ticket in your Apple Wallet?
I delete them, so nothing.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't want trash in my wallet.
It's a fun, portfolio of the timeline.
Digital cleanliness is important to me.
You don't like seeing the past?
I got fucking 2 weekend tickets in my fucking Apple Wallet, dude. That's cool as hell. And this show's not even till September.
This is the that is what people will like to show off, dude. I already talked about it, but a guy had a NFT GIF on a necklace during the dunk contest. I think it was just like on the phone or something, but it's fun to show off.
I wish I could.
What are my freaking weekend NFTs doing? You guys still selling below the floor, you nerds? Stop it.
Damn, SoFi Stadium. It shows at 6:30. Kind of early.
I mean, with Doja Cat. Is there someone else besides Doja?
I don't think so. I'm like not.
I wouldn't be stoked to see Doja.
I'm not stoked to see. I might go late. don't really care for Doja Cat live, honestly.
I think she might have an okay performance live. You seen her bang the electronic drum?
Yeah, I keep seeing videos of her like hating her life when she's on stage.
Doing the weird like nerdy monologue stuff.
Yeah, because I guess she doesn't like singing her hit song that everyone knows because she has to sing.
She likes being snarky
every day. It's like, bro, like, okay, you think The Weeknd? You think The Weeknd like singing "Blinding Lights" 5 times a day? Like, come on.
False alarm.
Yeah, like I don't even think he sings that. No one fucks with that song.
It wasn't great. I really wish Sacrifice wasn't a single.
Was it not a single?
It was.
Oh, that's gonna be so good live, bro. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna be. Oh God, I might do Molly.
I would suggest being sober.
Sober? What? For Abel? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because then you really, what can be a higher high than the sweet songbird of Abel Tesfaye?
I'm gonna be fucked up, dude.
I don't want to wish ill will, but it would be humorous if you blacked out and don't remember.
Dude, where was I? I think I went to a Weeknd concert like 5 years ago, and there was a girl. I feel like when I'm filming, like every time I film at the Weeknd concert, I'm just like, dude, I gotta watch.
The day leading to, going up to SoFi.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe like a peak moment after he's getting off the stage. I would for sure, because like that's this kind of stuff I want to watch videos of. Not the performance. Performance video is always lame. Or you could do a freaking GoPro Twitch live stream. After Hours Till Dawn tour. That's a sick combo, dude. Shout out COVID.
Let me see it. SoFi. I want to show you where I'm sitting. It's not that bad. Okay. It's kind of far.
I heard SoFi Stadium is beautiful, dude.
It's so good.
Shout out the Chargers.
His last one before COVID was going to be at the Staples Center.
Ew. How dare he? Wasn't that like when SoFi wasn't up?
Yeah. It was like,
well, dude,
it was in Staples. I am in section.
Is SoFi? No, I guess it's sponsored by freaking SoFi.
I'm in section 233. And
everybody go to section 233.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Rob
yeah,
dude?
Yeah, fuck it.
Hey, dude, you're critique.
Hey,
this is where the Super Bowl halftime show happened.
Here he is.
This guy says he wanted a longer Kendrick performance.
Yeah, and I guess the stage is just like a runway.
That's whatever.
It's whatever. It's not great.
I mean, that's what Staples is, wouldn't it be?
I'm just like,
I don't know, the concerts I've been to. I haven't been to a lot of concerts, but it's never been a circle stadium.
Yeah, the right side is like not going to be seats.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Fuck, I'm so excited. Maybe I'll just go with myself, just so I can actually just like not have to deal with anyone else's bullshit.
Dude, I might suggest that a tiny bit, but you did buy it. You know, flip it on the market, bro. I
might flip it. But what if I'm like sitting to some like annoying person, some random person? Maybe I'll just
could keep it open.
No, this takes.
It is a little weird being like next to someone and like not knowing them.
Yeah. So I guess this is like an extra show
of it, you know, that's the fandom.
I guess this is what I like to call a great marketing tactic. Like, so there was obviously going to be 2 shows on the 2nd and 3rd, but he only announced the 2nd. 2nd obviously sells out. So he's like, we're going to add an extra show to create that urgency. And because of that urgency, I bought. I didn't buy before.
Congratulations, marketers.
He got me, dude.
Way to go. Who do you think's in charge of that? His team?
Probably not
Tour
even.
Team?
Probably Live Nation or whoever's planning this thing.
Direct.
Like, how are you gonna have one show in LA, dude? Like, come on.
Hold on. Something's afoot here.
Like, so dumb, dude. Oh, and the next day just happens to be available. Like, there's no fucking football game or anything. It just happens to be open. Oh, you think we could squeeze in another show? Game. Oh, look, let me check the calendar. Oh, you're good. The Rams canceled.
Hey, just hear me out here. Do you guys want another show?
Another show
with it? Let's do it, dude.
If we can get the staff to do a little overtime, I'm sure they'd be down. Yeah.
Maybe they might have to rush it. And maybe like Rams are going, and we got to get them off.
It's like, do you want more money for your community? Inglewood, yeah. Inglewood's fucking, dude. Inglewood's literally going to become its own little first world country in the next 10 years because it just 2 stadiums.
What's the 3? Second one?
It has the Clipper Stadium coming.
Oh,
SoFi Stadium's up. The Forum is still growing, I think, but let's go to the Forum. Gross. Yeah, Inglewood's becoming like its own little thing.
I would for sure become a Rams fan. Would sure becomes a Clippers fan, so I can go outside of the arena. What was cool with that LAFC arena, Bank of California Stadium, was that it's open and you can freaking sit outside and see what's going on. Free show. Suck it.
Bank of California Stadium. You can't go inside.
I can see what's going on. I don't even want to go inside. I want to sit. It's actually pretty lit inside.
Damn, Steve Ballmer was really like, let's make a fucking stadium, you clowns.
Steve Ballmer also destroyed Microsoft for like 6 years.
Did he?
Stock-wise.
What?
Maybe not company-wise.
Wow. I don't know. I'm just looking at pictures of Inglewood. It's kind of a shitty city, honestly. But
have I been to Inglewood before? I think I went for. There was one like music marketing thing I went to. Might have been Inglewood.
Inglewood up to no good. I'm just like craving a donut. Seen Randy's donuts.
You know those cupcakes that come in a pink box?
No. Oh, dots or cup sprinkles?
Something like that, man. There's a guy on Twitter. He's like a finance dude. And every weekend, he has cupcakes. And every weekend, I see these cupcakes. And I say to myself, those are good looking cupcakes.
Damn. Are you going to get some?
Probably not. When's the last time I had a sweet chocolate? I had chocolate in like December time. So someone gifted those Giraldi's.
Ghirardelli's?
Yeah, the Geronimo chocolates.
Yeah, those are good.
And I like them.
Apparently the chocolate industry is like awful.
Like ethic wise?
Yeah. Don't know the details of it, but so delicious. I mean,
I don't know the details.
They use like slaves or something to like get the
chocolate. Or I mean, cocoa. There's probably not a lot of ethical things for. Where's cocoa popping? I know that Turkey is the epicenter of hazelnut, and they got a whole big inflation problem because the head of their country was like, "We need to inflate to make this currency cool."
Gotta inflate. Gotta keep the people down. Gotta make a pound of chicken $300.
Hasn't been great for them over there. But no, then you got deflation, and that's not great.
Then you got trading with seashells.
Seashells are dope if everybody thinks they're dope.
Fuck.
The tulips.
Tulips?
Yeah, tulip. You know the tulip bud? Back in Dutch, when Dutch was a superpower, there was a big bubble for tulips.
A bubble for tulips?
Mm-hmm.
Now I've heard everything.
It was hot and then it was not. Kind of like other things. I guess there's not a lot of, it would be more so like jewels or something, I suppose. Maybe not super scarce, but there's also not like a utility it produces.
I mean, it smells good.
It does smell good. That's why it's kind of like a luxury item. What's up, cat? Still got a cat? It's not dead yet?
Yeah, she's just kicking it. She doesn't do much. She kind of just exists. Kind of just like watches me. She's funny because like she'll have no reaction to anything. You could be beating your wife and she'll just watch.
It is a cat.
Yeah,
cats are dope.
Some
say cats are divine.
Some say they're fucking annoying. Oh wait, that's me. Scratching shit in the middle of the night.
If you don't have anything else pressing, let me scroll down Twitter headlines. Or maybe Apple News headlines. See if there's anything last.
We already talked about Apple.
Like Apple News.
What did I fucking think? What were my shower thoughts?
You don't listen to an audiobook in the shower?
No, I just listened to the screaming in my head.
I was walking the coastline and my phone was dead, so I was going raw brain, you know. And I sometimes I have to urge myself to have a very conscious inner monologue about stuff. And it's not my like default brain mode network. And I watched this bird dive into the ocean, and I made a whole little monologue about doing a bird catching a fish as an analogy for like drive in life. And I was walking down the coastline, and it was like a good 15 minutes of me talking out loud about a bird fish analogy.
You ever just talking to yourself and you're like, well, am I schizophrenic?
No, I kind of wish I did a little more.
Sometimes I have like conversations in my head, like practice conversations. And then I catch myself. I'm like, what the fuck am I saying?
What do you mean by practice conversation?
Like sometimes like, I don't know, if I read something, like let's say I read a headline or something, I kind of like think like, okay, I want to talk about this on the podcast. And then I kind of like know what you're going to say about it. And then I kind of like think about my response to it. Is that weird?
I mean, a little bit, but in a good way.
It's kind of weird. Now I say it out loud, it's kind of weird.
I mean, those are the kind of things, I mean, that I'm on the other spectrum of. My default mode is a little quieter and less conscious.
Must be nice to have some peace and quiet.
Yeah, but no. It's the same thing. Grass is always greener. It's good for certain things.
Yours is just an echo chamber, and mine is just like a crowded mall. And you're looking for your
more
mom.
Just nothing. It's not an echo chamber. It's more just in and out. I have to be conscious, conscious of being conscious. Sometimes maybe I just don't have correct habits of having good brain conversations. What I say, you're gonna try to think of what I say. What do I say?
It's more along the lines of like, it's like something like you said before. So if it's like, if I know an opinion you have on something,
what are some of my opinions? Huh? What are some of my opinions?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what an example would be. Like, what is something we like disagree on? I can't think off the top of my head. No, I don't know. You know, like when someone says something or like you read something, you feel like you'd be like, I feel like he would have this response to this, you know? Like, I feel like my dad would say this about this, or I feel like my mom would say this about this, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I rarely have that thought.
Yeah. I'm always
That's
just
a nice way of thinking.
I kind of like feel like, yeah.
What?
I know how people will react to stuff that I know if I know them.
You have a very drawn character vision of people in your life.
Yeah. Maybe I should just move away.
No, I'm not saying that's bad, but I try to study how other people think so I can see what I don't think.
I was watching
The Batman?
No, I want to.
Very good reviews.
I don't like it. It's like 3 hours. But I was watching fucking Logan Paul's thing because I was at work for 15 hours yesterday. Logan Paul's show with Ben Shapiro. And it was kind of old. It was from like 2019.
On his podcast or Shapiro's?
Impulsive. And he said something interesting that I didn't really know. He was like, he said and then they were talking about like monarchies, and they were like, Ben Shapiro was like, everybody in America is against monarchies, but we already treat the president as kind of like a king, when in reality, he's like supposed to not be important at all. He's supposed to be less important than Congress. He's only supposed to command the military and sign laws and like represent us overseas, but we've made him into this king-like figure, you know? And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So if that was like the initial goal, when did like it change? And so I looked it up and I found a couple articles, and this guy or this woman, whoever wrote it, was like,
don't tell me the president. Let me look at presidents. But if you can say something without spoiling.
So it gave a couple examples. It said like in times of war, like the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the president would like start to not overstep their powers, but like really like start to assert like more like dominance over like controlling the country
in times of distress.
Yeah. So like during the Civil War,
I mean, legit Lincoln, probably.
Yeah, Lincoln did a bunch of shit without Congress's approval. I think he went to war without Congress's approval, which you can't do. The president can't declare war. He suspended habeas corpus. He was just throwing people in jail without them going to court. And then,
I mean, the powers that a presidency have isn't that different in times of conflict? Was that not written sometime, or not written now even?
I don't know. Well, like, so it was like referring to the Constitution, and it was saying that the founding fathers didn't want the president to become like, because he was already in charge of the military. They didn't want the president to use the military to overthrow the government. Mm-hmm. That was always a fear. So they tried to limit the president's power. But in times of war, the president obviously had to take on more responsibility. And in World War I and World War II, it like got even more exacerbated, and it never really quite went back. And so now we look at the president as like the king of America, kind of.
The marketing aspect of that is interesting.
Yeah,
like
really we should be
Lincoln, like, the only person that people know off top is like Andrew Jackson, Jefferson, Washington. I guess Washington has that lore as well, but I think the lore with Washington is like leading military stuff.
Yeah, Washington was a general, you know, like first and foremost.
What also might make a huge difference is it's TV versus radio still.
Yeah.
Where people liked Nixon, and then people saw him and you're like, oh, this guy's kind of different and ugly looking because people only knew him on radio. Probably started with Kennedy because Kennedy was a good looking fellow. This is also like the last couple decades, so maybe it's just recency bias.
But it's like, yeah, when you think about it, how much importance we put on even just like the election of the president, when I feel like maybe the election of the president should be as important as like the rest of the elections, you know, if it's truly supposed to be a nation with small government, like, but the president, maybe also calling him the president instead of commander in chief plays a role into it too.
I just think it's freaking, as the world evolved, it got more sensational.
Yeah.
Freaking Ford, dude. No one ever talks about it. Was he the vice president? Is that why I like don't know what his face is?
I don't know. But what if the president was like, okay, military, overthrow the government and turn on the people? I don't think that would happen.
It's when the Second Amendment is nice for people.
Stop the steal?
No, more like if there's a government wielding arms against me, then there's arms. Why did you just randomly say stop the steal?
I don't know. What were those people thinking? They really thought that they were like doing the right thing, huh?
I saw, you know, those stickers that say "Let's go Brandon."
Go what?
Let's go Brandon.
No, who's Brandon?
I think it's the guy during like COVID riots that had the assault rifle in that one city when people were looting stuff. Look it up real quick. Look up "Let's go Brandon." I'm pretty sure that's right. And there was a whole thing of like, is this guy doing something unlawful, or is he like protecting his city with guns? And I think he might have killed someone or injured someone or didn't do anything to anyone. One of those three. And so I was thinking, because it was kind of like politicized, because it was like majority not white people, I think, were looting stuff, and this white kid with a like machine gun was like protecting streets. And then I was like, well, if people have that sticker and say "Let's go Brandon" stuff for sticking up against looting and destruction of property stuff, then it would seem that they would be on the same side of people who are going and breaking into a government capital. But it would probably be politicized not that way. Logically, it's in the same thing, I think. You never seen one of them? You're in LA.
No, I haven't. What an image.
What is it? The kid with a machine gun? Did he kill someone or no?
I don't think so. I'm thinking of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Which one was he?
I think he killed a black guy, but he said it was self-defense. Kyle Rittenhouse. Yeah, he has a rifle and he like shot some black guy.
Oh, well then who the heck is Brandon, dude?
Yeah, so that's what I'm like thinking.
I'm confused.
Me too. With this fake crying ass. But look at this picture. This is like fucking.
"Let's go Brandon." The phrase began making the rounds in October 2021 following a NASCAR race at the Talladega. Driver Brandon Brown was being interviewed as a crowd behind him, difficult to make out. phrase caught on as a euphemistic insult to the president, and it quickly began popping up everywhere. This is complete. I think I am thinking of Kyle right now. Was he doing stuff during the riots? Like
yes.
Stuff? I see. I have no idea what this "Let's Go Brandon" thing is.
Me either.
But I think it's just an anti-Biden meme. But it started like as a NASCAR chant.
Were you also at the Capitol riots?
No.
I was there. I was there for Vice.
For advice?
I was there for Vice on the ground reporting. Doing hard-hitting journalism.
Whoa, dude, that's a picture, bro.
Right?
They're really, like, there's really not... Like, I really think it is kind of really quite underplayed in the media, even if when the media was, like, overplaying it.
It was a pretty big deal. Like, I feel like people don't talk about it a lot.
I think even when it was, like, the top story, like, it like, maybe it's just all news is too sensationalized at this point, but, like, shout out to who took this picture. Leah Millis. What do they got? Flares, dude? They bought flares?
They really just tried to overthrow the government.
But like, is there a plan after that? Did they hope that Trumpito was going to be like, all right, guys, next stop?
All right, let's fucking...
Good first step. Now it's time to freaking do stuff.
What if Trump was like, dude? What if Trump set the military to help the rioters and then turned them on the people?
You think they're like down with that? I mean,
at what point do you think it'd be like, yo, Trump, chill?
People like, people are dumb, dude. People like politicize things and even like try to make it like they enjoy the country more than another person. All this stuff does is legit just make a country weaker for another country to take over. At least maybe not drastically, but at least take a top spot, or drastically. It's very, very dumb of people to like not
patriotism.
No, patriotism that doesn't help a country by dividing it. Not even dividing it, but like not logical patriotism.
This is like, okay, so
like patriotism isn't like
tearing down the government.
It's like boring conversations with people.
Yeah.
To make a country better and not like yelling at presidencies.
This is interesting. Yeah. See, like, this is like, right. It shouldn't even be a thing. Like the president's role should be so small in like everyday society that we don't even know who the president is. Do you know who the Secretary of Defense is? I fucking don't. That's how it should be with the commander in chief. You know, that's how unimportant he should be in our lives. Really?
Well, you know, country's cyclical, man. And we're quite at the time of USA where you see a lot of populist figures. And that is exactly what you've seen is more people getting marketed and riled up via presidency. It's classic, apparently, says Dalio, where you get a populist figure in office. Trump being the populist.
I was having a conversation with someone, and he was saying that we shouldn't have like
dumb, dude. People are dumb, dude.
He was saying that like government should basically be like an algorithm that just makes decisions, and like courts, like all like court cases should be decided by like software. And I was saying that was bad because someone has to control the software. Someone has to be in charge, whether it's a person or a company, and that's a very slippery slope. You know, at least
I get it. I get it though. It's like, especially when you see a bunch of human error and you're like, oh, computer. But then, you know, at the root right now of everything is still humans at computers.
Yeah, but that's good and bad because like that's the point. Because if a judge says something, another judge can be like, whoa, let's take this to court again. You know, there's discourse. It's not one person's decision.
Yeah. Technology with discourse would be something that's interesting.
Like, I think technology should be used to prove the innocence of people, but it shouldn't be the final decision maker, you know?
Sure. Yeah. Like most things, tool for humans to be more productive in their field. But I do think there's a huge case for, AI and machine learning stuff to help be a tool for humans.
Yeah.
Should it be a freaking uneditable code that gives someone a sentence? Maybe a little different than that.
Imagine your life, the rest of your life is dependent on like a code.
That's someone wrote.
Yeah. You don't know
it's not, I mean, I get it. And I think that in the future, there will probably be a lot more technology integrated with decision making.
Because there already is, like judges take like all technology into account if it's relevant.
I could see some AI helpers, man. And so like, if it was all freaking AI decision based and no humans, I wouldn't be surprised of it.
So like, let's say if it's like the case where like, so you put all the data into an algorithm and then it just says guilty or not guilty based on the current laws, right?
Yeah.
What about in those certain situations where it's just like
a really good plan?
you don't like, it's like at the discretion of the judge. It's like a moral issue. Like a fucking guy kills another guy because he raped his daughter or something. Yeah.
Well,
and then
homie, man, Cain Velasquez, right? Cain Velasquez is a wrestler or an MMA guy, also a wrestler. But he, I think, shot someone because the someone did some kind of assault to a younger female in his life.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's gross. I'm trying to find the part where he did something, but Cain Velasquez's 4-year-old son said suspect molested him 100 times, suggested more victims. So legit, that case of a case of someone committing a crime because someone molested a family member.
What happened to the guy?
I'm trying to find what happened. I think it was a gunshot. I don't know if he was dead. Former UFC heavyweight champion and also WWE superstar Cain Velasquez was denied bail on Monday and will remain in custody until at least April 12th for allegedly trying to kill a man who stands accused of molesting one of Velasquez's family members. Until Tuesday, the details of the alleged child victim and Velasquez's family member were vague. Some reports had stated there was a close relative. Others described them as a close family member. Vin Diesel would say it's all about family.
It's all about family.
On Tuesday, longtime friend of Velasquez and former wrestling teammate at Arizona State University, Ryan Bader, revealed the identity of Velasquez's family member in a post on social media, which seems like not your lane to do, my guy. Cain's currently in jail. This is a social media post. Cliff notes is he went after the man who was molesting his 4-year-old son. The 43-year-old man was released immediately with no bond, was able to go back home. Jesus Christ.
Wait, the kid that was molesting? The guy that was molesting got to go home?
I think allegedly.
What a backwards world we live in.
Cain took justice into his own hands, and although not the smartest decision, any father would have felt the same way.
Let the known child molester back on the streets.
Maybe not known. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, if in the court of law, someone... Let's see what happened with the court of law. 43-year-old man was released immediately with no bond and was able to go back home. Says Ryan Bader of Arizona State University.
Jesus Christ.
It's also... Even if that was like a convicted child molester, I think court of law, like... Maybe you get some leniency for a judge that was like, oh, okay, I get it. You're mad about your kid getting molested, but I think you'd still get put in prison either way.
Yeah, you're still going to go to jail. The judge is going to be like, oh, you should have called the police. But, I get it. I probably would have done the same thing, honestly. Like, low key.
Allegedly. Velasquez is due back in court because it's still like 2 separate cases. Like...
He's probably in the mindset is, I don't care if I go to jail. I just want this man dead,
Yeah. Velasquez faces 1 count of attempted murder without with shooting a motor vehicle or aircraft, assault with a firearm, assault with a deadly weapon, willfully discharging a firearm from a vehicle. That's its own count, eh? That's interesting. You can't. How you unwillfully discharge a firearm from a vehicle?
It was an accident.
I didn't have will. Your Honor, no free will. Come on. And carrying a loaded firearm with intent to commit a felony. If convicted of the attempted murder charge alone, Velasquez faces a minimum of 20 years in prison.
Whoa.
I'm very interested to see how that plays out.
Let's get that down, Judge.
Because it could also be that this man, 43-year-old man, didn't molest a kid.
Yeah, maybe his son was just tripping. But he say over 100 times, like, you don't just say that.
crimeonline.com. Let's see what crimeonline.com has with that headline.
And I feel like a 4-year-old wouldn't say that unless it's happening.
I was watching that Soft White Underbelly channel one day, and one of it was a homeless guy that was molested as a kid. And he was basically saying, like, yo, if your kid says anything weird, it's probably a thing.
Yeah.
The California man accused of molesting ex-UFC champion Cain Velasquez's 4-year-old son allegedly molested the boy dozens of times and may have victimized other children. Citing a criminal complaint, ESPN reported that the victim told Santa Clara police that Harry Goularte, 43, took him in a bathroom and molested him. The child allegedly claimed that Goularte ordered him not to tell what occurred and that it has happened more than 100 times.
Damn.
Let me go to this ESPN report. The child, who was under 10 years old, told a Santa Clara County Sheriff's deputy February 24 that Goularte took him into the bathroom of a daycare center and touched the child's genitals per a court document obtained by ESPN. The child said Goularte said not to tell anyone what happened and that this had occurred 100 times in court. In the court document, the child had said he witnessed other kids go to the bathroom with Goularte too. Goularte has denied any wrongdoing, saying he once helped the child with his pants. Oh my God. With his pants when he saw the child didn't have them on correctly. Goularte lives in the same building as the daycare center, which is owned by his mother. According to the court document, Goularte's mother told police she did not believe the allegation against her son, just, per usual.
Yeah, he was doing it.
Goularte's next court date is a plea hearing, April 13, just a long ways away, per court records. This is interesting. Velasquez's attorney also represents Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and Scott Peterson.
Oh, all known child molesters.
Velasquez's attorney.
Oh, geez.
Which is,
I saw a TikTok about, I guess it was from a therapist, and he was saying that sometimes he talks to people that like think they might be into kids, and he notices a common thing was that they were molested themselves. And he was saying that he believes that like if you're touched as a child, your I guess like your experiences and your emotions with like sex are like trapped at that age. So as you get older, you still, when you think of sex, you just think of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I think that's watching some of those soft underbelly stuff. Most of the people are on drugs and like without a home, probably some like molest or like child abuse stuff. But even like some other guys, you see like just sexual behavior at a young age, just does weird stuff.
Yeah. So wait until you're 25 to have sex like me, guys, for the first time. That's still too young, in my opinion.
32.
32 is the age.
Yeah, that's. I'd be interested to see if a judge is like, yeah, I mean, you were trying to kill someone that molested your son. Maybe you don't get that much, but you were trying to kill him, so I got to do something. The
judge is gonna be like, okay, what if a bullet went stray and hit someone else? Because you were driving while you were shooting.
I think just intent of freaking killing someone still.
Just gross negligence, but I get it, my guy. So instead of 20, maybe 10.
I allegedly get it. Cain Velasquez. I wonder. Oh man, Jesus, because he's a very popular MMA fighter. And either he gets like the Bill Cosby treatment in there, and he's like dope, and also because like people inside usually are always against like molested child stuff. So maybe he lives a nice life in there. Maybe he gets the rich prison.
He'll probably get congratulated.
Probably sides with the Mexican people. Famous MMA guy.
At least he knows MMA, so he's not.
Yeah, they're like, no. Like if we have to take him down, we got to take him down with a shiv. We can't be beating him up. We got to be, proactive with it.
Damn, I got to learn some self-defense.
Yeah.
Just because.
When was the last time you rolled around on the mat?
Before COVID. That fucking place I used to go to turned into a shoe store.
Ah, man.
Like the same company owned by the same guy. Now it's a shoe store. And I'm like, dog, like, no way you weren't making more money doing jujitsu. Like,
that's interesting. Like,
it's like a hype beast ass. It's like one of those.
In Tucson or LA?
It's in LA. So I guess it fits, but like, I'm like, bro, like,
that'd be something I could understand in Tucson, Loki.
He was struggling because of COVID, because he can't fucking do BJJ during COVID. But COVID's over, bro.
You can't be giving BJs in COVID. Come on.
Yeah. I want to do it again.
For me, you know what they say: when you don't want to do something, that's when you need to do it the most.
I need to just like stop being a little pussy and just get it.
Velasquez denied bail, but the alleged 100 times be a kid denied bail.
Damn, well, I guess they got to get those other kids into the witness seat and say, hey,
the man who lives at a daycare center that is owned by his mother
was molesting children. Oh, surprise.
Like, come on, Judge. This is me defending Cain Velasquez as a lawyer. I have a suit on. I do still have this hat on. It's just, it's my outfit. Judge, come on, what are we doing?
What are we doing, Judge?
That's my case. Do I win?
All right, let's wrap it up. I gotta pee so bad.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Ricker and Bond everywhere.
Everywhere.
Enjoy.
Enjoy it.